I got one on the power bait. I don't know how big he is, but he's pulling good. I just had tossed out a weight. He's about 18-20 inches off the bottom, and didn't take long before one was on there. I'll show you the correct way to set up a power bait rig. Instead of, I know a lot of people up here in Alberta, I always read about pickerel rigs, and pickerel rigs is not the best way to use a floating bait. So I'll show you how you should do it and help you catch more trout next time you're out. Let's see how this guy looks. He's pulling decently. This is a really light rod, only 4-pound test, so he doesn't have to be huge to put a good bend in this rod. It's really our powerful fish. Beautiful too. Check out the beautiful colors in that rainbow trout. What a beauty. It's a nice 14, 15 inch rainbow trout. Beautiful colors in that guy. Let's get him back. Okay, so this is how I set up Berkley Powerbait rig. It's kind of like a Carolina rig. It works much better than a pickerel rig. I use Berkley Gulp, the Chunky Cheese. I think it works the best. And what you're going to need is one of these sliding egg sinkers, so you can put it on the line. This is a pretty small one, 3/8 ounce, and it slides through the line. The next thing you need is a barrel swivel right there. You tie your main line onto one end of the barrel swivel after sliding the weight on, and then you tie your leader, which is very important. You should use a fluorocarbon leader. I use 4-pound Berkley Vanish, which I like. And on the other end, usually you can range the leader length from anywhere from 12 inches to 4 feet. I find that an average of 18 inches, or this one probably is about 18-20 inches long, works about the best all year long. And then at the other end, you can use a size 14 to 18 treble hook. This is a size 18, I believe. It's pretty small. And then what you do is you just take actually a small amount of this Berkley power bait. You don't take very much. Kind of roll it into a ball. Roll it into a ball like that. Mold it around the hook. You want to bury the hook. Don't be worried that the fish won't be hooked. This stuff is very soft, pliable. Actually, when the fish bites it, you can see what happens. The hook actually pulls out like that. So don't worry, the fish will get hooked. That's how it should look. Now your weight is going to slide down the barrel swivel. When you tighten up the line, the barrel swivel will come to the weight, and then that bait will float above just like that. That's what you want. That's how you catch them. The fish won't see any extra tackle or anything in the way. They can barely see the line, and this bait will just be floating there. They'll grab it, and then the line can actually slide through that weight, so they don't even feel the resistance, and you'll see your rod bouncing. Then you can set the hook and catch that fish. So use this instead of a pickerel rig. Works much better, and also it's easier on the environment, because even if you do snag this thing, what happens is the line will break, the hook will fall to the bottom, and the line will actually be free from the weight. That's the problem with fish dying on pickerel rigs, is the weight gets stuck in the bottom. The pickerel rig is made out of heavy line, so the hooks are still attached to the weight. The fish bite the hook, and they're stuck there, and they're going to die there. Look at that, got one there. Whoa boy. Still on there. I tell you, they're hitting pretty fast. Let's do a better one. Let's see what he's got. I'll take his bell off. We'll get back to fighting him. I just got the hook back out there again with this power bait and slipped weight. And wham, grabbed it. I was just setting up the... Whoa boy, this one's a little bit of a fighter. Yeah, he's got some weight to him. And he nearly pulled my rod right in the lake there. I don't know if you saw that. I dropped the camera. And now we got it back on, so you can see what's going on here. Whoa boy. Wow, he's pulling hard. That's what you want to use here. When you're fishing for these fish that get fished a lot, use a light line, 4-pound test, because then you'll have a better chance of catching some of them. That's a nice fish. There we go, nice little rainbow trout. Let him go. Sometimes when you're watching, the rod has some tension on it, and all of a sudden it goes loose because that fish picked up the bait and pulled the weight towards you and released some of that pressure. Now you gotta pay attention, because pretty soon, you know, they might pick it up again. But when he pulled it, he felt the weight, and then he obviously dropped the bait for a second there. But they might come back. Look at that, getting bites. There. There we go. See, I just moved it a bit. And fish on. Oh. Whoa. Oh, there, a little bit of a jump. Not quite that small. We were sitting out there, they were probably just watching it. And I bumped it along the bottom and then stopped. And he grabbed it right away. You know, that's sometimes a good thing to do when you're just fishing with bait and weight style. Move that bait a little bit, just don't leave it out there all day. Whoa, this is a good one. He's fighting pretty good. And they're strong. Fights so hard. This isn't a huge one, but he's fighting really good. Another beautiful rainbow trout. We'll put him back. I was changing up my line. So I had the rod set off to the side on the tree, and he hit it. Actually, my rod just went loose. Oh, he's taking some line here, taking some drag. Line went loose. I looked up and my rod, the line was getting more and more slack. I picked up the reel, I started cranking. The line was still getting more slack because the fish was headed towards me. So that's what you want to always watch, to make sure that's not happening. Because the fish will have the bait be swimming towards you. Sometimes it doesn't pull on the rod, sometimes it just takes lots of slack. Beautiful fish. There's the beauty of a rainbow trout. What a pretty fish. Let's get him back in the water. A tip I've found that really seems to help is to not make this ball of power bait too big. You actually want to make it as small as possible. That way your hooking will be better and the fish actually will take it better as well. If it's too big, they might just ignore it, and you basically just want it big enough to be able to float the hook so it's floating above the weight on the bottom, and then when they come along they'll grab it, and then you'll have a good hook set. Look at that, fish on already. Still there? Yeah, I got him. So I just changed to a longer leader, like a 4-foot leader. Just cast it out, it hit the bottom. Fish on already. Feels like a smaller one. Little guy. Getting some bites there. Look at that, there's something there. Already, I just cast that one out. Got him. Hooked up again, another little guy. Seems like this longer leader, the 4-foot leader, oh, did he come off? Oh no, he's still there. This 4-foot leader is where the little guys are hanging out. So that 18-inch leader was actually better, hooking more of the big guys for hugging the bottom. These guys are cruising up a little higher, and the big guys are not getting a chance to even grab it because these little guys are taking it. What a beautiful rainbow right there. Man, he's a chubby one. Just caught on that Thomas Buoyant Cyclone, red and gold.